Hey everyone! I've made it no secret that I have been really getting into manga recently. I'm halfway into the Attack on Titan series. I'm up to volume 17. I've read 17, so technically I'm up to volume 18. It's a slow progress. I feel like I should have finished it by now, but I'm getting there. I'm hoping within the next 2 months I should have it finished. Reading manga has really opened my eyes to a new format and a new way of reading. I like to call it a reawakening because the plot in Attack on Titan is so good, oh my gosh, and it's making me realize what other stories are there out there that are good, equally as good. Over the past year or so, I have been collecting a list of manga. These are ones that have really interested me. I've got them on my laptop here. I have nine manga, if I've counted correctly. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Okay, so I have a list of 10 manga I would like to read in the coming years after I read Attack on Titan. So we have another Attack on Titan. Oh, I've got my laptop here because I have all my notes on here about what it's about. So Attack on Titan Before the Fall. It is a prequel series which is set several decades before the events of the main series. There is this fanatical Titan worshipping cult, and they have allowed a Titan to rummage around this city and like create havoc. There are 2 young Survey Corps members, which are these members that are tasked with killing and studying these Titans or attacking these Titans. So they were searching through the rubble of the aftermath, I'm assuming looking for survivors, but they have found the body of a pregnant woman who has been partially digested, and the baby is still alive. Vinland Saga by Makoto Yukimura. Thorfinn is the main protagonist of the story. We see him as he is a young child, having fantasies and daydreams about this place called Vinland, which is supposed to have no war and no slavery. He saw his family get murdered when he was young, and he was raised by these Vikings that have murdered his family. Being raised by these Vikings, he has become a terrifying warrior, and he vows to take vengeance upon his family by going to the leader and like assassinate him. And like I said, he dreams of Vinland, which is a land without war and slavery, and his dreams and his pride in his family are helping him to achieve those dreams. Black Clover by Yuki Tabata. Young Asta was born with no magical ability, and this world, magic is everything in this world, and he is born with no magical ability. He wants to prove his strength and make a promise to his friend. Asta has dreams of becoming the greatest mage in the world, the Wizard King. Kaiju number 8 by Noya Matsumoto. So there is this guy named Kafka. He has made a pact with his friend, a friend, that sounds a bit more normal. He has made a pact with his friend to join the friend, Mina, to join the Japan Defense Force and fight by her side, but she has made it to the defense force. He hasn't. He is stuck cleaning up after her battles, and a sudden change in the laws makes Kafka eligible to join the defense force, so he tries out the squad one more time, but there's a problem. He has been assigned to the Defense Force's neutralization list under Kaiju number 8. I don't know what Kaiju number 8 is, but I'm assuming it's not good, because if it's a problem for him being in Kaiju number 8, I'm assuming it's not going to be very good. Jujutsu Kaisen follows Yuji Itadori. He is resolved to save the world from the cursed demons, but he soon learns that the best way to do it is to slowly lose his humanity and become one himself. So in this world, there are demons that feed on unsuspecting humans, and there are fragments of a legendary and feared demon, Ryoma Sukuna. I'm pronouncing these names wrong, I apologize. And they were lost and scattered about, and if you consume this demon Sukuna's body parts, you gain that power, and this power could destroy the world as we know it. There is a mysterious girl called Jujutsu Sorcerers. I'm getting tongue-tied with all these words. So they exist to protect the precarious existence of the living from the undead. Yeah, I'm actually going to leave that there like that. I do have more here, but I'm like, I don't want to know too much. I'll tell you though that Yuji Itadori is a high schooler He's been visiting his bedridden grandfather. He has immense physical strength even though he's just an average looking teenager. Sports clubs want him to join, but he would rather be with the occult club, which is this school outcast. One day, the club manages to get their hands on a sealed cursed object, but little do they know the terror they'll unleash when they break the seal. I've actually heard that Jujutsu Kaisen has a bit of comedy to it. Solo Leveling. This one has said it. Okay, look, another thing I forgot to say as well in the beginning of this video. Some of them seem to have been categorized as manhwa, which is South Korean manga formatting, I guess you could say. But then I've done research into them and they've said no, it's manga, but then there's like the word comic after the title of the series, so I'm confused because Solo Leveling is one of those ones because I thought it was a comic and I was like, well, should I put this on here? But then I did some research and it actually is a manga. Known as the weakest hunter of all mankind, E. Ranker Jinwoo Sung's contribution to raids amounts to trying not to get killed. Unfortunately, between his mother's hospital bills, his sister's tuition, and his lack of job prospects, he has no choice but to continue to put his life on the line. So when an opportunity arises for a bigger payout, he takes it only to come face to face with the being whose power outranks anything he's ever seen. With the party leader missing an arm and the only healer a quivering mess, can Jinwoo somehow find them a way out? Doesn't sound like a lot, but I've heard a lot about this and it has been intriguing me for a little while now, so because of my intrigue level, that might be the next one I read after Attack on Titan. Overlord. There is a popular game called Yggdrasil. It was supposed to get shut down that day, but then everyone was supposed to get logged off automatically. There are players that have stayed online past the moment of the game being shut down, and they find themselves being transported into the servers. Leading them is Momonga, who was once a boy whose love of games in the real world brought him only loneliness. Now a skeletal sorcerer. The legends of Momonga and his guild begin here. That sounds really good. Kind of seems like it has like a bit of a Ready Player One-esque kind of thing where everyone is on this game. No one was stuck in there. That Jumanji movie with Dwayne Johnson in it, that was the only one where the guy was stuck in that video game that I can think of. Then for something a little bit cutesy, because I feel like the previous titles I have mentioned are going to be a little bit darker. So for something a little bit cutesy, a little bit fluffy, a little bit of a palette cleanser, well, I have two, so I'll talk about the first one first. Spy Family. I have heard a lot about this one. It is incredibly hyped. So there is a spy called Twilight. He is apparently a very good spy. He's unparalleled when it comes to going undercover on dangerous missions for the betterment of the world. He receives an ultimate assignment, which is to get married and have a kid. He is in way over his head, so he pretty much hires a family. His wife he has chosen is an assassin, and the child he's adopted is a stepfather. Don't ask me where stepfather come from. I meant to say telepath. Don't ask me where I got stepfather from. I'm sitting here laughing my ass off for like the past minute. Telepath. The kid's a telepath, okay? I don't know where I got stepfather from. I really don't. Because he needs a family to infiltrate an elite private school. So he needs a family to do that. The second last book I have on here is Komi Can't Communicate. I think this one is going to hit me a little bit. The journey to 100 friends begins with a single conversation. A socially anxious high school student, Shoko Komi's greatest dream is to make some friends, but everyone at school mistakes her crippling anxiety for cool reserve, with the whole student body keeping their distance and Komi unable to utter a single word. Friendship might be forever beyond her reach. Then there is Todono. He is a wallflower and he likes it. He just likes being in the background, just observing people. All of that changes. He finds himself alone in a classroom with Komi, but he quickly realizes that she's not entirely aloof and that she's actually just really super awkward. He's made it his mission to help her reach and gain 100 friends. And then this is the last one I have to talk about, and it is another Attack on Titan centric series. It is Lost Girls, which is a duology of sort. It's kind of weird because there's only 2 volumes I know of so far. One of them follows Annie, the second volume follows Mikasa, and from what I believe, it follows both of those girls, obviously with their own respective volumes, and it's surrounding a particular event in the main series. I think. I'm not entirely sure. It could be a bit more of a background for them, but I do want to read Attack on Titan first before I actually get into that one. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If there is some manga, I know there's much more manga out there to read. If I'm missing any of them, don't worry, because I do have plans to read them. It's just I want to read Attack on Titan. I want to read all of this that I have on my list here before I get into some of the other ones. If you've read any of these manga, please let me know what you thought of them and if you think I will like them. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.